Hey, Raul Lopez Jr. here, live on Zoom. If you're watching this on Facebook, I believe I put a link there somewhere. I don't know how it shows up, but if you want to get on live with me on Zoom, just click the link, jump on, and we can go through some questions and answers. And this is almost like a coaching session, a free coaching session. Very impromptu. Sometimes I just get something on my heart and I want to share it. So I'll blast something out there, and I'll tell you, I have a really active email list. I'm talking 56, 72% open rates. Like I have a huge community, very active. And I sent something out just like about an hour ago, and I noticed it was like 12%, 13, 14% open rates. And I thought, it's Sunday. Probably a lot of people are at church, or I don't know where you live, but out here in Southern California, it's a beautiful day. Most people are at the beach. In fact, I plan on going back to the beach a little bit later today. So I just, like I said, this is very impromptu. I went to an incredible event last night, and just great messaging. It's just powerhouses there. Tim Story, Dan Fleshman. Great messaging, great meeting. It aligns a lot with what I talk about and what I do. So I wanted to get on here and share a little bit, and then I also wanted to answer some questions, right? Because the stuff I have written down here is for you. It's for you to ask yourself, for you to see where you're at, and see how I can bring you through it or help you bring you through it, right? Because it's up to you. That's actually the core message here. Is that it's up to you. You don't wait for permission. Don't wait for somebody. Don't wait for something to come and save you or change you. It really is up to you. Now, with that said, there are people that do come into our lives that wake us up, right? There are people that come into our lives and say or do things, and whether it makes us upset or mad or whatever it is, happy, it usually makes us think and will take us to the next level. I've learned in my life, unfortunately, I don't know why it is, but I usually will learn huge leaps in growth through some form of pain, right? And a lot of people do that, right? Most wisdom comes from experience, life experience, and things that we don't like, right? I mean, it's as simple as when we're a little kid. If we touch the hot stove, we'll never touch it again, right? There's some pain there. Ooh, I'm not going to do that again. So life lessons, right? Jobs, careers, relationships, whatever it is, we learn from the negative. We learn from the pain per se, right? So, you hear a lot of different things like turn pain into purpose. And, there's a lot of different phrases like that. And it's because there's truth to it. So what have you been through that has given you wisdom, right? And if you don't know that you get wisdom from your pain, then you're just suffering. If you don't know you get wisdom from your pain, then you're just suffering. You're not realizing, you're not seeing that there's a lesson to learn in whatever failure, challenge, struggle that you're in. Again, my name is Raul Lopez Jr. I've written 8 books, but these are my 2 core books. Heal the Boy and the Man Will Appear, okay? Heal the Boy and the Man Will Appear. It's about overcoming challenges and pain, right? The subtitle of the first one is Learn the Importance of Understanding and Expressing Your Emotions, right? Emotions are energy. I'll get into that. The title of the second one is Transforming Childhood Trauma with God and Psychology. Story behind the two, very similar, a lot more teachings, right? This one was written many, many years ago, my first book I've ever written. In between, I wrote 7 others. And then I launched this one last year, and I got another book about relationships about to launch. It's going to be an ebook. The difference, I got bad advice in this one, and I was told not to talk so much about God. And so I talked a lot more about mindset and things like that, where in this one, and I've learned so much more since I wrote this book, it's a little bit thicker. But I understand also that for me personally, it was a combination of science and God that changed my life. Psychology, right? Transforming childhood trauma with God and psychology. It took both of those things, an understanding, to be able to actually heal and grow. So a lot of people are in a struggle right now. And during those struggles, if we're not, how do I say this? So you cannot see the wisdom during the struggle. You can look back, right? I always quote Steve Jobs, incredible Steve Jobs. He says you cannot connect the dots, that you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You have to look back. So things that have happened to us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we can look back at and understand why they happened, right? And when we really start to soak in prayer, meditate, and understand, we see it much quicker, almost as soon as it happens, right? Going forward, whatever's happening, right? Whatever we're experiencing now really is, and if it's a challenge, we can't see the wisdom in it, we can't understand it. We can say we know whatever this is, I'm going to come out on the other side, and that's the truth. But when we come out on the other side, then we actually see and understand the lesson. So I said a minute ago, if you don't understand there's wisdom in the pain and in the struggle, then you're just in the struggle. Then you're just in agony, because it's happening for a reason. And it's tough. I get it. It's tough while you're in it, and anger and frustration and all of these things go through our bodies. Understanding your emotions. Emotions are an energy. Emotion, energy in motion, has to be released some form, somehow. All right. I have questions and answers here that work better if I have somebody with me. Like I said, this was an impromptu Zoom. So I sometimes I do impromptus. I get a bunch of people that jump on. Sometimes I do impromptus on a Sunday afternoon, beautiful day, and people don't jump on. So here's some questions. If you're watching this and you want to go through it, I'm going to just write them down, and then maybe we can connect another time. But I ask, what is your goal? What's your goal? About what? Whatever. What is your goal? What do you want? You want a better job? Do you want a better relationship with your guy or girl? Do you want a better relationship with your kids? Do you want to start a new business? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to be more in love? Like, what is your goal? Right? I mean, and sometimes we have, you can say yes to all of those, right? What is your goal? Right? What do you say to yourself about that goal? I want this, but it'll never happen. I want this, but it's impossible. If you have that, somebody planted that in you. A lot of times we don't even know that we have that, because it's internal, right? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you don't have to physically, I don't know, is that physically the right word? Mentally say to yourself, I can't do that. It might be an internal feeling, right? This is interesting. I was reading something one time, and it said, God doesn't understand your words. When you're praying, he doesn't understand your words. He understands your emotion, your feeling, right? So if you're praying and you're begging, oh, please, God, there's no faith in begging. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus Christ and what God in the Bible says, he says, believe and achieve, right? As a man thinketh in his heart, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. So if you're begging, the feeling, the energy that you're sending out is, I can't have it. Believing, yeah, right? Thank you. Thank you, God, that you gave me A, B, and C. Thank you, God, that I already have A, B, and C. I look forward to those types of things. Change the way you think. Pay attention to how you feel in your gut. I say my gut because I get the feeling right here. When I wake up in the morning, I have a feeling right here. And I got to focus. What is it? And I turn it into a positive, and I turn it into receiving, changing my frequency. If you're in a frequency right now and you want to shift your frequency, I've been talking about this lately. If you've been following, you'll already understand. If you're in a frequency, life is frequency. If you're in the frequency of being broken and broken, there's your frequency. And probably everybody around you is in that frequency. Be careful who you're around. But as you start to shift into a frequency of abundance, of happiness, of joy, because you're thinking it, you're feeling it, you're expecting it. Expect greatness. Expect greatness because you're expecting it. Your frequency is going to shift to that. And then the people around you are going to be the same way. And together you'll grow, and then you'll shift again and shift again. So as I pray and soak and expect, demand, know that it's mine, I get into this really weird vibrational in my stomach. It almost feels like anxiety. But I've learned that that's the shift in the frequency. Because if you go from here to here, it's going to feel weird. right? What's a good example? I mean, frequencies that, if you ever been, I don't know, maybe a roller coaster, right? So you're going up real slow, and then whoo, you shift and wah, right? That's a different frequency that you've just fallen into. I'm trying to think of a different example, but that's good for now. All right. So what do you say to yourself about the goals that you have? How are you going after them? Do you believe that you can reach those goals? The answer is yes, you can. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. It's internal. There's so many things in this world that have us waiting, that condition us to wait for something to happen. Right? I don't want to go too deep. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys? I'm on TikTok, and my algorithm or whatever you want to call it, a lot of alien stuff, right? So I'm really intrigued by like the Anunnaki and the aliens and civilization and some of this stuff. It's intriguing because some of it's undeniable, right? I mean, all the Egyptian hieroglyphics, what they say, somebody couldn't just make that up, you know what they say, and then truly there are giants, what petrified giants. You see them, huge elephants. They say they're mountains, but they're trees and they're cut off, and you can see like a tree if you know how the little design is on it. Some of this stuff is like undeniable, right? So there's all these things about the Anunnaki and aliens, and they're coming back, and even Jesus has promised to come back. Jesus in your heart. He told God is within you, your light, your power. He's here with you now. That's why you can do whatever you want, receive whatever you want. But we're always in society conditioned to wait for something, right? There's all of these challenges in politics, and people are on one side or the other, and both sides are thinking the same thing. Oh, if we get this president, everything's going to be better. Oh, no, but if we get this president, everything's going to be better. Oh, if we have that president, everything's going to be horrible. Oh, if we have that president, everything can be horrible. How can everything be horrible? It's up to you. It's up to you. That's it. It's up to you. The president changing, I don't care which side you're on, doesn't impact your life that much. Oh, the eggs are so expensive. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Go out and create your own economy and make a bunch of money. I use that as an example. I know the egg thing is gone. But the whole egg thing, remember the old toilet paper thing? Everything, you're just a sheep. I'm not saying you. There's so many. So many people are just a sheep watching whatever's going on social media and just repeating it without even looking or doing any research on it. The other day, that thing was on about that. I don't know if he's a CEO owned a company, whatever it was, and he got caught cheating on a camera. For a week, 2 weeks, it was inundated. Everybody was posting about the same thing, all their opinions, all of this, all of that. Every time something happens, your whole life is focused on it. It's a distraction, man. It's a distraction. Get off of that crap. I admit I'm on social media more than I should be, because to post on social media is different than to be looking at crap on social media. So understanding that it's a business tool, yeah, you do what you have to do on social media. But if you get caught up into those trends, it's junk, man. It really is junk. Next time the media tells you to be mad at somebody, you're all going to be mad at them for whatever reason, right? Like all the Elon Musk stuff that just went by. Nobody gives a crap about Elon Musk anymore. Nobody gives a crap about the cars and scratching them and all that anymore. For a month or two, everybody was scratching cars and getting arrested, and that's all you saw in the media. You getting caught up in that? Look at pattern, manipulation. If you're following the trends and commenting on trends that's happening on social media, you're a sheep, man. I'm telling you straight up. If you're following the trends, if you're arguing with people about what social media is telling you to argue about, you are a sheep, and you need to come out of that. You need to wake your ass up. Ooh, I'm getting upset. digress. So my question was, what do you think? What do you say to yourself? What are you allowing in there? And what are you living for? You living for the social media? Are you living for the news? Are you living for what they're telling you to think about and say? What are you living for? What are your goals? What should you be saying to yourself? That's the next one. And I talked about that. I'm bright. I am life. I am energy. I'm in love. I am love. I am the light. Smart people work with me. Smart people work with me. I'm abundant. I'm a multimillionaire. Everything comes my way. Everything comes my way. Everybody loves me because I love them. People want to work with me. I am successful in abundance. I am successful in life and love and joy. What do you tell yourself? Write something down and say it to yourself every single morning and every single night 10 times and throughout the day. When you go to sleep, whatever you've been watching, doing, or talking about is your whole night consciousness of sleeping, dreaming. I don't know if you notice that. Pay attention. I'm sure you do because I'm not the only one. I used to love the gangster movies, right? The Scarfaces and any gangster movie like that, I would go watch it, even on TV, right? And I noticed that whatever I would watch, and I don't watch TV. I haven't had TV in 15 years, at least. I rarely watch TV. Every once in a while, depending on where I'm at, if there's a TV, I don't even have a TV. But I used to watch a lot of TV, like everybody else. What's on Netflix, right? Sometimes I'm out places and you see everybody talking about Netflix and this movie and that movie and this, and I'm like, geez, man, they're just hooked on that. If you know that much about a Netflix series, you're spending hours sitting there on your couch watching TV. And then you wonder why you're not successful. I used to do that. When The Sopranos came out. This is a long time ago. The Sopranos came out. I think they're on HBO. I forget what they're on. I don't even know if there was Netflix when Sopranos came out. Or whatever it was. I started watching it. And I liked it. And it got to the last episode. And then I went and got it or bought the series, whatever it was. And I just watched it for days and days and days until the whole thing was over. I used to binge watch. Binge watching does nothing for you. I used to binge watch TV. And I would like these gangster movies. And I noticed I would dream about scenarios of these movies. Not the movie, but scenarios like what was going on in these movies. Killing, shooting, drugs, all this kind of stuff. I would dream about it at night. Like, man, that's true. What you pay attention to is what sinks into your subconscious mind. So now what? I have phrases that I say to myself all day before I go to sleep and as soon as I wake up. It's a whole nother life. There's a video series on YouTube of Napoleon Hill, way beyond what he talks about in Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is incredible, but he talks a lot more in this series. I just found it. And I've been playing it all night. Every night I play it, and I wake up thinking, acting, feeling the way of that. Don't get me wrong, human. I can get down, right? But when you're feeding yourself so much positivity, so much understanding about yourself, it's easier to come back. But if you're just down all of the time, if you're down and that's all you think about is what's wrong, I can't have this, I don't have that, blah, blah, blah. You're going to be stuck in that. I've been there and I do fall into that and then I come right back out. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a pattern that it's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to be sad. It's so easy to be down. It's so easy to be depressed. It's so easy to just get into the darkness. Why? That's a real question. Why is it so easy to be in the darkness? Practice being in the light. Practice being the light. What you may notice if you ask yourself that question of why is it so easy to be in darkness? Again, what are you listening to? What are you watching? You know, there's like 1 to 20 positive stories on the news. One positive little tiny thing they'll throw in there real quick. Everything else is something's wrong, something's negative. Everything else is feeding you negativity. All these TV shows are pretty much the same, right? I saw something the other day and I thought it was true. They were talking about, these agendas of breaking up families and kids growing up on their own and all these agendas, I won't get into it because people get all pissed off. But there's all these agendas to break up family, reduce the population. I believe that 100%. Bill Gates says it. His plan is to reduce the population. So it's not a conspiracy theory. With that said, shoot, where was I going with that? I was saying, talking to yourself. That's where the negativity comes from. You don't even realize it, that everything you're feeding into your brain, watching TV, you think, oh, I'm just watching TV. No, it's all negative. It's all negative. It's all killing. It's all cheating. I mean, every movie is cheating, right? And they wonder why there's so many cheating women nowadays, right? Men cheat. I mean, but they wonder why there's so many. And it's because every love story is a woman with a man who has a romantic, exciting experience cheating. And then something happens, they either come back or whatever it is. But it's like they romanticize the cheating and how excited it is. That's an emotion. That's a feeling that you get when you're watching it, right? You ever watch a show and something's happened sad and you cry? Or you're laughing? Or you're angry at what's going on? Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference in if it's real or not. It's just receiving it. So when they're romanticizing about these people and you don't even notice you're romanticizing, oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, look at that. That's so fun. And they're cheating. Maybe it gets in your head and you go off and do the same thing because you want to feel that. There's so much. I'm doing 4 sessions of coaching with people. I'm offering these 4 sessions. I'm not even put price or anything here because reach out to me. I'm doing 4 one-on-one sessions and 4 group Zooms for about 5 people. And I'd love for you to join me because I want to go deep into this stuff. I got to keep going. This is longer even than I wanted to be because I get so passionate about it. Okay, the last one was what should you say yourself? We talked about that. You don't need permission. I already said that. You don't need permission to do anything. You don't need to wait for somebody. I was talking about the Anunnaki and all that earlier because there's always something. If you're into the Anunnaki and the aliens and everything else, all they talk about too is if you really think about it, it is the what is it called? What do they call it? Generation or something? Something mothership or something, I don't know, something generations coming, and they're gonna save us. They're gonna show us the way, right? And all of these people like Bashar, I really love what Bashar talks about. He's incredible. But at the same time, it's always they're coming in next year, and then they're coming the next year, and then they're gonna be here in 2 years. Wait, they might be here sooner. Waiting. Everything has you waiting. It's control. You're waiting. You don't need to wait. You need to create. Ooh, I just made that up. You don't need to wait. You need to create. That's mine. You don't need to wait. You need to create. You don't need to wait. You need to create. You don't need permission. Don't wait for somebody to come and save you. You got to get out there. There are people that'll help you. I'll help you. There are people that'll help you. But there's, for the most part, I've learned, and it's sad. I know a lot of people that can say the same thing. I help a lot of people. When I see somebody truly in need, I help them. But there has been times that I've been truly in need, and I reach out even to those same people, and they have an excuse why they can't help. So I don't do it for to get anything back. But if you truly need help and you ask somebody that you've helped and they say no, you know who they are, or you help people and then they take advantage of you, they rip you off. Craziness. I'll help you. I'm your friend. I'm the best. Smart people work with me. I have more wisdom in my pinky than most people have in their life. Why? Because I've experienced a ton, good, bad, and ugly. Hard streets, prison, corporate world, investments, making millions, losing millions, life, divorce, everything. But self-development included. Self-development, college, psychology, studies, continuous work, spiritual, praying, meditating, understanding, breath. There's so much that I can have, that I do have for you. I want you to reach out. 2 more, I gotta go. Brag about your skills. Who are you? When you were in, I'm going to say this because I find myself in this. When you were in your light. You can feel it. When you're in your zone, you can feel it. There are days that you're having a conversation with somebody that you're around family, whatever it is, right? I'm going to say it more on the business side. There are days that I'm in my zone and that I'm in my energy, that I'm in my power. And I'll talk and shake hands and greet and inspire and just share. And people are just like, oh, mesmerized. And then there are other days that it's like, I don't even want to talk to people. Who are you? Remember who you are. Show up like that person that is in the zone once in a while. Be in the zone all the time. Take a break when you need to. Be in your zone. I'm going to show you how to be in your zone. Brag about your skills, man. There's a lot to like being humble. I get it. Makes sense. I'm humble. Like I'm not walking around, hey, I do this and I do that. But at the same time, people need to know who you are and what you do. Tell people who you are and what you do. I was with Tim Story last night, and he looked around the room and he said, there are powerhouses in this room. Walk around and ask people who they are, because there are powerhouses in this room. Don't wait for somebody to walk up and ask you who you are, because most people won't. Start the conversation. Start the conversation. Oh, James is coming in, and I'm about to leave. Start the conversation. James Bond. I'm gonna let this guy in, and then I'm gonna close out real quick. I've been talking to James the last couple of days. Brag about your skills. Don't be afraid. Reach out to me. I'm gonna help you come to the next level. Let's bring James on. Where you at, my friend? Seems like you're in here somewhere. There he is. Connecting. Mr. Bond. Bonds. You're muted and I can't see you, my friend. I was actually just wrapping up, like right when I saw you jumping in, I was closing. There he is. There he is. How you doing, buddy? Can I hear you? Let me hear you say hello. You're not on mute, but I don't hear you. Let me check mine. I don't know why. Something's off. Do you have headphones or something on? Because I can see you're not on mute. Yeah, I don't hear you. Try to keep trying, but I was just saying that I was just closing. I just been through. I don't even know how long I've been on. I've only been on half an hour. That's not bad. I was just closing right now. I don't know if you've been watching the whole time. There you go. Oh, I heard you for just a second. Unplug your headphones.
Oh yeah. I was just wanted to, yeah, I figured you guys would pour up, but I was going to get on for a second.
There you go.
Catch you in.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good, man. Just get settled here on the West Coast here. So got a little couple of things to do as far as work wise. Next few weeks here be kind of busy, but just unpacking and movers and yeah, a bunch of logistics.
You said you just moved to Oregon, right?
Yeah, Corvallis, Oregon. Yeah.
Well, that's an easy flight, San Diego or even Sacramento. That's just right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're
that's why I want to reach out to you, kind of have my team look at it again and kind of see what's going on with it. So
yeah, man. No, I love it. It's not uncommon that I like, we talked in the past, probably a year or 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's not uncommon to talk to somebody and they kind of just, and then they continue to watch and see what we're doing. And
right.
I always say, I don't know where you're at faith wise, but it's usually a God thing for me. People,
Always.
So many people reach out to me and they say, I just saw you online somehow, some way. And God said, I need to reach out to you. So again, it's not me, it's a God thing. Cause I'm doing
of course.
what I'm called to do. But anyhow, I just ran for about 40 minutes here, just sharing some of the things that are going on. It is live on Facebook, and then I'll put it on YouTube also. But if you have any questions while we're here, I'm ready to go. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure I have my team look at it this week, kind of as I get logistics things figured out here, logistics wise, because I'm definitely wanting to reconnect with you. Kind of, I got the information that's, and I figured those, the prices aren't they're where they need to be in the market now, so that's not bad at all. Yeah. Just want to kind of see what as far as again, my biggest thing now is getting used to this 2 hour difference. I didn't realize how different it's going to be. Because I schedule my clients like 90 days out, so I'm looking at wait a minute, I have a 7 o'clock. That's at 5 a.m. here.
Oh yeah. Well, you might be able
So,
to adjust, but yeah, that's so for 90 days, you're gonna be up at 5 a.m. doing your calls.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
That's awesome.
Because
That's awesome.
yeah, because once you get a client set on that time, and most of my clients lately here are at that time they're like in Europe. So
Uh,
once you get on set at time, it's like that time for us is a small adjustment. But at that time, somebody comes from Africa or from UK, that's a big shift to move their times. So
yeah.
I just got to make sure that again, let them ride many days, and at that point say, look, we got to change the time. I
Yeah.
don't mind it because I get up at 4 anyway, so I might keep it there as well. So
Good for you.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. So yeah, I'll kind of look at that. I'll look at it when you post it on LinkedIn,
Okay.
and I'll look at it and get back into your questions at that point. So I just want to get on and real quick say hi to you, and
Oh,
I
cool.
forgot about it, and just excited about what God's doing, and
Amen.
praying that He wants me to connect on another level, and we'll see what happens.
No, join me, man. Join me because well, I've shifted a lot over the last year, where I was bringing in as many speakers as I can. We'd have these two and three
Yes.
events, and everybody would be speaking, and they were great. But I'm really am focusing more now on I guess you call it the God thing. I was just talking
Yeah.
about my two books, right? And so this is the first Heal the Boy, the Man Will Appear that I wrote many years ago. The
Yes.
title is Learn the Importance of Understanding Special Emotions. I just released this one last year. The subtitle of this one is Transforming Childhood Trauma with God and Psychology. And
Oh.
I've learned so much between the I don't know 8-10 years since I've written these.
Yes.
Continue to learn
Yes.
more. And I always say one of the mistakes I made. This is a wonderful book. People love it. But one of the mistakes I made is I listened to my publisher and they said, you talk too much about God in the book. So I took a lot out. So, but now
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I could care less. If you're meant to read this and understand what
That's right.
for me in my life, here it is.
That's right.
It's
That's
all
right.
there.
That's
So
right.
with that, I'm going really into the Heal the Boy, the Man Will Appear mode, understanding the God and my relationship and how it works and saving and just all the frequency and energy stuff that God has for us.
That's right.
So the core is that, and I don't want to. I mean, in no way am I creating a forum where we're like preaching,
Oh
but
yeah. Of course. Of
we're
course.
sharing powerful wisdom. And I've never met one person, never have met
Yeah.
one person who can talk about how they've healed and grown without mentioning God. It's
Of
just
course.
how
Of
can you,
course. Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah, and no,
Right?
and you're right. That's just a matter of us. Like I have clients of all different religions. I let them up front. I'm a Jesus lover, so I'm not gonna try to convert you.
Yeah,
But I have clients all different. Different, and
yeah,
all of them, like I said, all of them real deep. They want to. I'm really glad. When my one-on-one coaching, I'm really glad I mentioned. I appreciate. You just respecting my faith. I'm like, yeah, I respect everybody's faith. When you believe what you believe in. I know the only way, but you believe what you want to believe.
yeah, yeah,
And so yeah, so it's kind of nice to be able to get because I found out 3 months down the road they'll start slipping in questions about okay, yeah, they'll start slipping in questions
yeah,
about
yeah,
okay,
yeah. Well, you see,
but
look at you right now. If you could see yourself, look at your smile, look at your shine. That's a God thing,
oh
right?
yeah, all
That's
that,
that's the
yeah,
attraction that God has for us, right? Our light will attract because it's a God
right,
thing. And so when somebody comes around us, and again, me too. I don't understand, know whatever religion, whatever
yeah,
you believe. I'm okay. Go.
that's
But
right,
they're going to
that's
see
right,
your light. They're going to see your
that's right,
light. They are going to be curious about it. Like, well, tell me
yeah.
more.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's
The
right.
good
That's right.
stuff.
Yeah. So I'll definitely reach out to you before the week's in here to try to miss out on that one if this is the right time for me. So I'll let you know for sure. But
Yeah.
I just want to get on here and put it hear your face live for a minute here, and
All right,
I'll,
buddy.
I'll be looking for this information once you post it, like so I can review it again and go over and see what we're talking about today.
All right, man. Thanks for
I
jumping on,
appreciate you.
James. Enjoy the day.
Appreciate you, brother.
All
We'll
right.
talk
Bye-bye.
soon.
Bye.
All right.
All right, everybody. I'm signing off for the day. Hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't watch the whole thing, watch it. Have a wonderful day.